live from the top of a small mountain. It's Bankroll or Bust with your host, Monk. Hello and welcome to another episode of Bankroll or Bust, the world's first and only MMA betting game show. We're here for UFC Vegas 94, also known as the card before UFC England. We have got first-timer Finn's chats. We've got returning champ Couch Warrior and returning contestant Dogfather as well. Let's start with Finn's. What is up? Your first time on the show. How's it going? Looking forward to this card, and please promote anything you would like.
Hello, sir. It's nice to meet everyone. I'm running my Instagram. I'm running my Twitter. It's all basically Finn's Chats MMA. If you look that up, you'll find me. I post weekly breakdowns on YouTube. That's basically all I do. I have my own Discord. But for the most part, I'm posting my plays on Twitter. I'm relaying those to Instagram, putting them on YouTube, and that's my shtick. I've been doing this since like December of last year. I post all the plays on Bet MMA as well, so I'm third-party tracked, and I'm ready to make some picks.
There we go. Love to hear it. All right, let's go to Dogfather. Dogfather, you got third pick this week. Please, looking forward to this one and promote anything you would like.
I'd love to promote this channel. Obviously, I'm on it. So,
yes, Monday, the Fight Factor show with Lou Betya.
Monday, the Fight Factor with Lou Betya. We talk about the factors that are going to impact the fight, and we, outside of simple breakdowns and stuff like that, trying to get into the nitty gritty and figure out how matchups can play out. Currently, I'm part of Couch Warriors Discord. Shout out to Mike. He's one of the first people that I've interacted with that brought me on to a show for the first time. I've been betting MMA for going on 5 years now. It's been a big part of my life. I love MMA. I love combat sports. And I'm always trying to find angles and ways to make money. If it's not on UFC, it's on, whatever regional you can think of. I'm probably looking at it.
That is very true. I always see you posting about regional stuff, especially on the off weeks. Few and far between, but it's still nice to see. And be sure, yes, to check out Dogfather on Fight Factor. Honestly, that's one of my new favorite shows. I'm not being just because it's on the channel that I'm on, but it really sets you up to get on some good lines and think about the fights before you're actually making the bets. So be sure to check that out right here on Way Past That. Last but not least, the four-time champion Couch Warrior. He is back, ready to defend going into UFC 304. Couch, how are you doing? Please, where can the people find you?
I'm doing good, Monk. Thanks for having me on. As always, it's a pleasure. This has been a blast. I don't know how it's worked out the last 2 weeks because I don't even think I won any money. I'm pretty sure I just lost less than the other guys lost. So it's kind of a miracle I'm here, and I'm happy about it. It's a really good time, and I'm looking forward to it. I like the card. It's a weird card when you look at it on paper, but I think it'll be low-key fun, so I'm looking forward to that. It's a really tough slate, so I don't know what the hell I'm picking. I still don't know, but you guys can check me out at Couch Warrior Podcast on YouTube. That's where I do all my breakdowns, my videos. I got YouTube Shorts. I got everything going on there. Couch Warrior Pod on Twitter. And then the Discord, the Couch Warrior Podcast Discord. That's free. You can get all my bets there, my notes, my breakdowns, and you can talk to fantastic people like Dogfather over here. So pull up there and check it out. And let's do this.
Definitely. And sometimes this show is like, you're camping with a group of friends and you're getting chased by a bear. You don't have to be the fastest guy. You just have to not be the slowest guy. So that's kind of how this show seems to be going. I love it. And with that, let's get right into it. We already randomly drew for picks. Finns, you have the first pick of the night and all four categories to choose from. So why don't you get us started off?
All right. Did a thorough examination of the card. Since I have the first pick, it basically has to be a lock. And this card is very coin flippy, so there's not really a lot of locks. The closest thing to a lock is I'm going with Steve Garcia, and I'm just gonna throw. This is where it gets interesting because I don't know. I'll just say, I guess 500. I'll do 500 on Steve Garcia. He's minus 152 on FanDuel right now. It is worrying that his line movement has basically been stagnant, and I don't see how Sung Woo Choi wins this other than clinching against the cage. Perhaps he's been chinned recently. Michael Trezano chinned him. That's not a good look. Steve Garcia is on a 3-fight KO streak. I'm looking more at the Melky Costa fight. In the Melky Costa fight, Costa basically tried to grab and hold Garcia for the entire first round, and then immediately gets knocked out in the second round. So I think Choi, his path to victory is similar to Melky Costa, and Steve Garcia just fought Melky Costa, so I think he's going to use similar game plan. A plus B equals C, 1 plus 2 equals 4. Steve Garcia, I think we'll get the KO, but I'm just going to play his money line for this show.
There we go. Steve Garcia, minus 152 for 500. Love it. Those have been paying off, these big money line plays that people have been doing this lately. Yeah, for DFS, I love that. I mean, it's like 8 finishes or something, losses and wins over their last 5 fights each, something crazy like that. So I love that one. Couch, what do you got here?
I wish I was third. I like having fights taken off the board. It's easier. I think I'll lay chalk on Lee versus Emil. I'm seeing minus 188. I'll put 500 on that as well. I don't really feel comfortable with much of the slate at all. Like in terms of bets I've already made, I think my favorite one is Yoic Radzhabov, and that makes me anxious. So I'm going with Jung Young Lee. I've even considered laying the chalk like as an actual play. We'll see what happens there. I just feel like he's a really I think he's a prospect. I think he's really good. I think he's real clean. My only major issue with him, because I think he's well-rounded everywhere. I don't love the output. I wish he threw more, but I think he's a lot cleaner of a striker than Emil. And I think he can grapple with Emil. I like his jiu-jitsu. I like his wrestling. It's nothing like insane, but I think it's good. And with Hyder, he's fun to watch nonstop, and the pressure makes me a little nervous because he's difficult. He'll keep moving forward. He's got good output. He'll keep go, and he goes to the body, which is nice too. But he's super hittable. I think he's a little gassy. He does push through it, but like at the end of the day, he does get tired. But yeah, and I just think he's super hittable and sloppy. So I just think that Lee's better, and we'll go with that.
What did you say the line was again?
Minus 188.
Minus 188. That's the second. The subtitle to this show is Bankroll or Bust, what did you say that line was again? So yeah, minus 188 for Lee, 500. So another big money line play right off the bat. Might be an interesting little strategy to keep your eyes on future contestants. Dogfather, all right, you've got 2 picks in a row. What are you going to choose for your first one?
Give me the Algio and Choi fight.
Algio and Choi, what are you looking at there?
I like the over 2.5. I think the line is a bit generous, personally. Algio's coming off, obviously, a bad KO. I wouldn't call it that bad. I mean, this was liable to happen at some point with how he chooses to defend strikes with his hands not being up and choosing not to guard. However, I do think he could go to the wrestling here. If he does go to the wrestling, I do think that Choi will just concede bottom position, and this fight will get extended. Algio is looking to get a win and get back on track here. Choi coming off a long layoff. I expect him to kind of come out and start a little slow, and you saw that in the Jarno Aarons fight, another guy that can be pretty dangerous too. You saw him be a little bit tentative off the gate. I'm a big Jarno Aarons guy. Really underrated fighter in general. And I think that's warranted. I think that Choi can keep up the pace that Algio puts. And I don't really see Algio getting a finish unless it's like a late rear naked choke where he's pacing him. And I think Algio's still got plenty of durability left. I like the over 2.5 here. I think it should be priced closer to 70% at least. I'd like to put, let's just say, 450 on it. I'd like to play it to win 300-ish. So I think the best available line, I think on BetOnline, it's minus 175 for the over, which I think is pretty generous. I'm not sure if, Mike, you have best market available price on fight odds, but I can't pull it up on my laptop because I
got it open. Over 2.5.
Yeah,
I'm seeing minus 170 on BetUS.
I'll take minus 170 all day. Yeah,
we'll take it. 450 on the Algio Choi, over 2.5, minus 170. Shout out to Lou Betya. That's Lou's guy. I'd love to see Algio get it done this weekend. All right, that is your first one. You've got 550 left. What's your second pick?
Well, this is my wild card play this week. It just dropped on DraftKings. I have my mom bet it. I had my dad bet it. I have it on my account for about $12. But can I get the Carolina and
I saw Pudilova and Carolina, but the rest cut out.
I just want that fight for my wild card.
What are you picking for? What's the line you're choosing?
Lucia Pudilova over 0.5 takedowns at -135 right now. Got to hit one takedown to hit this price.
Pudilova over 0.5 takedowns. You said plus 135? Minus 135. All right. And how much you putting on that?
Let's go with like 3. Let's go with 250 actually.
250. Hey, if it's a line on, we have not had any like, oops, I didn't even write that down. Over 1.5 or 0.5 takedowns landed. Yeah, if it's on a book and you can bet it and it's not a parlay, I don't see what the issue is, especially putting it in your wild card. So Pudilova over half a takedown landed at -135. Did you say 250 or 350?
Let's just go with 250.
Okay, I wrote 250, but I thought you said 3.
Oh,
that's fine. That you can.
I have an open prop spot actually.
Yeah, your method prop is still open.
Okay, let me get -350, or let me get 350 on that then. Yeah, let me get.
Gotcha. Sounds good. And I mean the reasoning is there, but if you want to take a minute or so, what do you like about that one?
Yeah, I mean at any point in this fight, Pudilova could just shoot a double leg. She's going to be much bigger. I like her takedowns. She does a good job with classic traditional wrestling style takedowns. She can just blast through Carolina's hips. Her hips are pretty good. Like she does a good job at creating space and getting to an underhook. But I do think Pudilova can land at least one. I think the line's pretty generous, personally. I mean, I would line it at 1.5. Every fight, Pudilova has shown distance to go to the grappling. This could hit at any point in the fight. It's going to get extended as well.
There we go. And you've got 200 left to come back later on. Couch, what have you got? 3 categories left. And actually, I got to blank this fight out. There we go.
Yeah, so I'm currently pulling up odds. I just want to see something. But, dude, dog, that's so good. That's a snipe right there.
-135.
That's a snipe. That's easy. Like, not to jinx him. I'll knock on wood because I don't want to jinx him. But that's a lock, bro.
Well, hey, you can still. Well, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and be like, "Yo, can I get a couple, a little bit more on this, please?"
Dude, I can't even play those props. That's what's annoying. But
same.
I it on my account to like $12 since my DraftKings is
right.
I have friends, so.
Damn, I was just looking. FanDuel and BetRivers don't even have props out for some fights. That's a bummer.
That's wild.
So I've been staring at the board the whole time, and like I really don't know what I'm gonna do for my total. So I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do fight ends inside the distance is considered a total, right?
Yes.
Prop.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, let's do Usman Peterson fight ends ITD plus 155. I know everybody's super low on Usman's finishing abilities, but I do think the guy hits really hard, and I think that on someone like Peterson, who I think has zero defense whatsoever, I think the knockout will be there. And then if I'm incorrect with my assessment that I think Usman's going to have decent takedown defense and Peterson can take him down like a lot of people think, then it's possible that he gets a finish as well. And I mean, it is heavyweight. I'm sure he can catch Usman standing too. So heavyweight fight, I'm getting good plus money. I know it'll be greasy, but screw it. I'm seeing plus 155 and we'll do 200 on it.
There we go. Oops, that's the wrong one. I'm putting this in fins. I will fix that.
Don't give away my plays, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. I was wrong. I was talking about this before the show. I thought that was going to be the last fight left on the board. So I was wrong about that. I do like that though.
Could we actually do 250 on that, Monk? My bad.
Absolutely. All right, 250 Usman Peterson ITD at plus 155 for Couch. Fins, you've got 2 picks in a row. What is your first one?
Oh man. Okay, wait. A question about that one. So you did Usman to win inside a distance, or you just did that fight?
That fight.
I shouldn't have put ITD. I should have put fight doesn't go to decision. Yeah. There we go. Good call out.
Okay. It will be GT. Do you have TG or whatever? Anyways. Okay. Oh geez.
Yeah, I did do that wrong, didn't
This is a tough one. After thoroughly looking at what's left, I think the play is going to be Miranda Maverick by decision plus 100.
I?
I
Maverick.
think I'm just gonna lay just that women's MMA fight is 99.999% of the time going to decision. They're both heavy grappler wrestler types. I don't see either person submitting the other one. Usually, when two grappler wrestler types fight each other, it's a striking affair, and I don't see either person knocking the other one out. And if that's the case, I think it's going to decision. And then I doubly think that Miranda Maverick will win. She has the UFC experience edge. Diana Barbosa, she did pretty poorly on the feet against Ernesta Caracate in her last fight, even though she got the robbery decision. And Maverick is she's like the women's version of Miles Johns, honestly. She's just very good at winning decisions against people that don't really have the best striking. So for those reasons, I'm taking Miranda Maverick by decision plus 100. It seems I have $500 left for 3 slots. So I think I'll put 150 on that.
There we go. 150 on the Maverick decision at plus 100. Yeah, she's the second most expensive fighter on the card this week for DraftKings. It is not a good, just save the money and play next week. All right, that takes us halfway through. Finns, you got a second pick. You've got a method prop and a wild card, and you've got 350 left.
Well, technically speaking, the Maverick decision could be the method, but let me think for a second.
That would be
That's why I'm just all over the place. Yeah, you're absolutely
right.
That
would be. I'm right?
You've got a fight time and a wild card. Whew.
Okay,
I'm off my game today.
It's all good. All right, fight time. Park Tavares.
Yeah, this is my favorite part. This is the turn when it goes to the second half.
Okay, so I was looking at the over-unders, and there's only 3 fights on the whole card that are projected to not hit the scorecards. Those 3 fights are Hyder Mill versus Jung Young Lee. It's not projected to hit the scorecards. That's taken. Steve Garcia, Sung Woo Choi. That one's taken. That's not projected to hit the scorecards. The third one is the one I'm going to take. I think Kurt Holobaugh versus Kanan Krzyzewski has a very good chance of hitting the distance. I don't know what people are seeing. I guess Krzyzewski has KO power. He has a lot of KOs on his record. And Kurt Holobaugh is, has an active BJJ guard. Maybe he gets a submission. But honestly, number one, it's the apex, the decision capital of the world. And these 2 people that will probably never sniff the top 15 in their UFC careers, no offense to either of them. They're just, 33 and 37, I believe. I could be a little off on that. And what do we think? Krzyzewski KO, Holobaugh sub? I'm not seeing either one really happening. And we're getting plus money for it to go to decision at plus 136 on FanDuel. So I will gladly take that, and I will gladly put another 150 on it.
150 on the Krzyzewski Holobaugh fight goes to decision at, you said, plus 136?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got
all my props are FanDuel.
That one. Yeah, there you go. So you've got 200 left on a wild card for the last pick. Couch, what have you got? You got a method and a wild card with 250 left to spend.
Damn. All right. Hold up. Let me just look at some prices. Let's do the method, and we'll do Radzhabov ITD. I see plus 250 on Bovada.
Plus 250. How much you want to put on that, and what do you like about that matchup against Ogden?
Let's do and what am I going to do for my wild card? I'll have 150 left. Okay, yeah, let's do 100 on that one.
And what do you like? What do you see there? Radzhabov finishing Ogden there, or yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
I think that Ogden, when he's getting backed up, I think he's pretty hittable. And I noticed it in a few fights. The Moda fight for one. The other one was probably Holobaugh is what I'm thinking. The way I see it, if he can be backed up, if he's getting pressured, he's a lot more hittable. I think he can be caught. I think he can be hurt. I think Yoic hits really, really hard. I think that he can knock out Ogden standing. And at the same time, I also think on the ground, like Yoik's really solid. That's why I didn't go with the KO prop. I wouldn't be shocked if he can lock up something. We've seen Ogden submitted before. Now it's been a minute since that's happened. I think the last time was the Gifford guillotine, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, that's something Yoa can do. And what I'm thinking is if he can wobble Ogden standing, panic shot from Ogden, lock up a gilly, that's there too. So yeah, I like the ITD. Small play, but
Rods above ITD plus 250, $100 on that over Trey Ogden. I like that one a lot this week. I love the takedown upside. Hopefully we see some of that. Ogden shows 100% takedown in the UFC. He's defended 3 takedowns, so let's not get crazy. Dogfather, you've got a money line and a method, $200 left, and you've got both picks to choose.
Beautiful. All right, let me get the Kelleher and Gibson fight.
Kelleher, Gibson, what do you like there?
I'm taking Kelleher on the money line because I just feel like these guys are similar levels personally. Gibson falls apart after 1 round. He looks great in round 1. I mean, fantastic. But when you're getting rocked by Brad Katona, I really don't trust you. Like, in general, striking defense isn't great. I mean, you saw it in the. I know Reg Borg is a very, very good fighter, but he's still undersized for 135 at the end of the day, and he had a lot of grappling success in that fight. A lot. Johns had a lot of grappling success, and I know he, is obviously better than Kelleher at this point of his career, but Johns has never been that great of a control grappler. Kelleher, when he does win, he gets takedowns in round 2 and round 3, and he wins rounds. We're assuming that he's entirely washed, but from what I can see on tape, both of these guys seem similar levels, and I think this line should be a lot tighter. So give me the best available line on Kelleher for 175.
Oh, 150 is the max. You got to have $50 minimum.
Oh, $50 minimum, then.
So you want 150 on that?
Sit out, baby.
What does anybody have the best line on that by chance?
Like
money line?
Yeah.
165, 170, I think.
Plus 175 on Pinnacle.
Wow, that's a good line.
There we go.
Line to me. Yeah.
All right. Kelleher plus 175, $150 on that one. That leaves you 50. And yeah, the Kelleher one's interesting, man, because Gibson is supposed to win. He's the most expensive fighter on DK. Kelleher's lost 3 in a row. Go look at who those 3 people are. Just look at who those 3 people are. Method prop, $50. What do you got, Dogfather? 3 fights left to choose from.
I want to pick one that's fun. I want to pick a funny one, but I'm not going to do it because I did that last time and I just burnt through some props. I do like this one though. Give me Park and Tavares.
Which method you like there?
Couch knows. Couch, tell him.
Park Tavares?
Yeah.
I don't know what you have, bro.
Oh, can I guess?
Tavares. Oh yeah. Let's guess.
Tavares. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh yes, the GOAT, Jung Young Park. Yeah. Let me get Tavares to sit here at. I don't know what the best of the line. I think it's like plus 250.
Stole my play right out of my mouth.
It's a good one.
You can get plus 230 on it.
Yeah, I'll take $50 on plus 230.
What's your reasoning for that one? That Tavares there.
I think this ends up being a striking fight where, let's be honest, like Park's not really that diverse of a striker outside of having a decent jab and a 1-2. I think Tavares is the better, more well-versed striker. He can put out more weapons. He can calf kick. He can jab. He has solid takedown defense. Park's been able to neutralize his opponents with takedowns. I don't really know what Park's upside is in this fight outside of a KO, based on what I'm seeing. So I expect this to be a close striking fight where I think this is 50-50. And I'm going to take a big plus money number on Tavares here, where this fight's favored to go to decision. And I'm not sure how we can't be a little bit tighter on the money line and also on Tavares' decision, because Park's shown to be very historically durable.
That is true. Can you believe this is Tavares' 25th UFC fight? That is incredible. Talk about durable. And you mentioned it, man. That takedown defense is pretty much all time, for lack of a better word. It's crazy.
It's funny. I mean, he's been knocked out a couple times, but at the end of the day, it's middleweight, right?
Yeah.
Like, big dudes. Like a lot. Like I don't know what the historical numbers are for fights to finish inside the distance, or guys' historical durability numbers. But I mean, at middleweight, with the level of competition and the amount of times he's fought, being KO'd 4 or 5 times by some of the best fighters in the world, I really don't take much from it. Bruno Silva is a big hitter at the end of the day, and he hit his win condition, and Gregory Rodriguez is a big hitter.
Mm-hmm.
He also, was somewhat competitive with him.
Yeah.
Clark, in my opinion, doesn't really crack like that. So, yeah, give me Tavares' decision.
Yeah, and Tavares, like you said, has fought some of the best at middleweight in UFC history, pretty much. All right, that finishes Dogfather. Couch, you've got 150 and a wild card, 2 fights left. What are you looking at?
Was really hoping. I honestly did not think Dog would go after Tavares because that's what I wanted. But I guess let's do Durden money line for my wild card. I'm seeing -105 on Pinnacle.
Durden money line. What do you? I'm excited about that fight, to be honest. What do you like about that? What do you see about him over Bruno Silva?
I think it's going to be a really close fight. I favor Durden a little bit just because I really love the pace and the pressure. I love his style. I love how he grapples relentlessly. The cardio, yeah, I get it. He slows down, but he pushes through it pretty much every single time. My main concern is him getting caught in something, but I think he can get the takedowns. I think on the feet, he's going to land more than Silva. I think that Silva's output isn't the best, and I think that he struggles a bit at range just because of his stature. Like, it's not really his fault, but it is what it is. And I think that Durden's just going to be throwing more. I think he's going to be landing better at range and landing more often at range, and then mix in the takedowns. Now, Silva's not going to be easy to hold down. Silva, he does a really good job getting back up and grinding his back against the fence so you can't take his back. So Durden's going to have to work for it, but that is something that Durden can implement into the fight as well. And yeah, gonna rock with him. Slight, I guess, dog odds. Not really. It's pick 'em essentially.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I love that one. That one should be exciting for sure. All right, that leaves us with one pick, one fight, but it is Finn's with the wild card. So any line you see from this, you are able to use, but it does have to come from the main event.
It's just so funny that this card is so bad that the final, the last fight available is the main event. Like, I thought it would be Gibson Kelleher. I thought maybe, I did Maverick Barbosa, so obviously, but maybe I also did Kuszewski, but it seems I took the greasy ones, huh? Okay, so I guess I'm just taking all the greasy ones. Jandy Roba Lemos. Okay, so I have a question. Can I take money off a previous one and put it here, or
no, probably not at this point.
At this point, all right, cool.
Yeah,
because I feel like I'm kind of cooked now. Because now it's like, do I just put it? It's like, do I go for the long shot in Lemos sub plus 1,300, or do I just put the whole 200?
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I can see a Lemos round 4-5 KO. I can see a Lemos rounds 1, 2, 3 sub. But I think I'll just put it all on Lemos, honestly. Just Lemos plus 102 on FanDuel for me. Just throw the 200. She was my pick anyway. I'm pretty confident. The line now actually is moving in Lemos's favor. I was a little worried because basically no one was betting Lemos. She was like plus 115 for like a good week. Now she's plus 102, so my intuitions about this fight are starting to become realized. I think Lemos, this is a very clear fight. Jandiroba has the grappling. Lemos got control for 25 minutes against Wei Li. It's pretty simple. It's like, do you think Verna Jandiroba is Wei Li? I don't think she's Wei Li. Verna Jandiroba, she has gassed in a bunch of 3-round fights she's been in. In the 3rd round, she's having a lot of trouble controlling the other opponent. She did go to 1 5-round fight with, I forget who the name was, but it went to a split decision. And I watched that fight. I sat down, I watched that 25-minute fight. Jandiroba just basically controlled her for all 5 rounds, and a judge still gave the other fighter the win. It was like, I didn't understand how that's even possible. And now we're in the apex. Yeah, exactly. And they hate control time now. We're in the apex. This is going to decision most likely. And I think Lemos, she's like one of the few female women that can actually like knock you out with one punch. Jandiroba hasn't shown me anything really on the feet to be impressed by. Lemos did pretty well against Mackenzie Dern her last fight. I don't want to be called a casual. I understand Mackenzie Dern has not the best offensive wrestling like Jandiroba does. But, going up against the grappler, was able to win a decision, was able to outpoint her on the feet. I see this one playing out similarly. I see Jandiroba having some success early, but ultimately I think Lemos rounds 3, 4, 5 KO is live. I think Lemos by sub is live, getting that ninja choke. She tried like 8 of them against Wei Li. I think Jandiroba could fall into that. But ultimately, more ways to win. Give me Lemos money line.
There we go. That is going to do it. 12 lines from 12 fights. Quick recap will get you out of here. Fins, he's got the Garcia money line minus 152. Krzyzewski Halaba does go to decision at plus 136. Maverick decision plus 100. And Lemos money line plus 102. 3+ money bets there. We love to see it. Couch has Lee minus 188. Usman Peterson fight doesn't go at plus 155. Radzabov inside the distance plus 250 and Durden money line at minus 105. And Dogfather, Kelleher plus 175. Algio Choi over 2.5 at minus 170. Tavares decision plus 230. And Pudilova, the craziest line of this whole fucking thing. Pudilova over 0.5 takedowns landed at minus 135. So I absolutely love it. Some great lines there. Be sure to check them out. And we will, as usual, post the results on Sunday. The winner hopefully can come back for UFC 304 next week with a super big guest. Hopefully we're still getting GC from the MMA Hour to stop on in. So one of the parlay pals. So hopefully we will make that happen for UFC England. But guys, thank all three of you so much. Thank all of you out there. Hit the sub on this channel, like this video, and as usual, we want all of you to enjoy the fight. So enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.
I love this stuff. Only come here if you like that stuff.